Welcome to the Cyber Sky. I'm Graeme Sibirsky, and this week I'm going to play some music for you that could become my new intro and outro music based on your comments and a couple of special guests who are going to pop in and give their critique of these tracks. Now, some of them will be my original unreleased beats, which have never been heard before. So this is like a first. Even my MCMI circles might not have heard some of these tracks. Some will be other people's music that I just like. So I'm considering using those, and I have, permission to use it. So basically, I want to create an exciting intro for the CYBERSKY podcast so that at the beginning of every show, I'll create an animation and this music will be playing. And then I can make an outro with it as well. And with your help, I can decide which one of these tracks that I've pulled up to review today will be the one for the theme music for CYBERSKY podcast. So let's talk about it. Now, this week, I'm asking viewers to help us choose new theme music, right? And I have some esteemed guests who will be popping in and giving their critique and their comments. But first, I want to introduce a friend of mine who does a lot of content. He's really worked on this one particular, brand and company called EOW, which stands for End of the Week. And of course, they call it EOW for short. Now, EOW was a live hip hop concert showcase, open mic, and MC challenge event that's been going on since about the year 2000. He'll correct me if it's 99 or 2000 when he comes on. And since the pandemic, they've gone virtual, and now they have a huge network of shows. They've got cooking shows. They have producers showcasing beats. They have freestyle cypher events. And he's going to tell you when those are, but I'm having him as a guest co-host for the show today. So everybody show your love for a super producer, engineer. He does it all. I'm going to just bring him in. His name is NONZEO from the End of the Week. Give it up. Hey, I don't have sound effects yet. It's a new podcast. You know what I'm saying? How's it going, Nunz?
Good afternoon, really. What's up, people?
Good afternoon, exactly.
Yeah, that's what's up. I just want to state End of the Week. Week is WEAK. Just
exactly.
If you don't know, you know what I'm saying? And that's what's up. Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing these beats, because I'm part of the board, I guess, or the producers of the show that we do, the EOB Challenge. And it's where we get a bunch of people together and we feed them samples or concepts, etc., and they run with it, and we judge them on the product that they make afterwards.
Exactly. And that's why I really appreciate you coming on the show to help me listen to these different tracks. Some of them are my own, some of them are other people's, and give me your ear and your honest opinion. Now, we're not just rating beats like, oh yeah, that's a dope beat, G. Oh yeah, I like that one. That one. No, that's not really what it is. Which one sounds like intro music? Has to be exciting, upbeat, energetic, has to feel like it could cross through different genres and demographics and stuff, because CYBERSKY is not a hip hop show. If you guys are into hip hop and you follow me as an MC, make sure you check out our show, which is going to be launching any day now on the MCMI Report channel, which is MCMI Report. So you can subscribe to that YouTube. There's a lot of content up there. It's been up there for years, but we're about to start our live podcasting over there as well. So I'm excited for that. And you guys have paved the way, EOW, with that incredible hip hop platform you have. And we're about to jump in the game as well on that.
Beautiful.
Shout out to Luca. I see you in the chat, and everybody who out there who's listening. So before we get into the music stuff, I just have a little bit of a personal share. Hope you guys don't mind. So last week was my birthday and my birthday podcast. If you guys didn't see that, subscribe, go to the channel, click on last week's episode. You'll see it has a birthday cake on the thumbnail. And my wife got me some cool gifts, and I'm really excited about them. So I'm just going to give you a little share. So first of all, she got me some pajamas for Christmas, and they're the new fashion style. Like, they have thermal on top and then the pajama pants, like the flannel pants with the thermal top. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
So, and she got me a couple of those because it's freezing here in New York, right? School is closed tomorrow. It's going to be a snow day. So, but I wanted the old-fashioned style that has the flannel shirt as well. And it's really hard to find those now. It's a trend not to have the top, just to have the thermal. So for my birthday, she got me a couple of these. I'll just show you one of them. So I'm not going to put it all the way on, but so now I got the matching. I got the matching top and bottoms. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
Oh, it's inside out. That's why I was like, what happened to the sleeve here? All right. Because I really was wearing it today. It's not like just for the show. This is not Hollywood. So I got the flannel. Thank you, sweetie. Love you. And then she also got me just something that's really important that I need. If you notice, I'm wearing this hat today, but last week I had on the Run DMC joint. But I had to take it off because I can't put the headphones and crush the crown, the Run DMC hat. So, I had to take it off and be like this the rest of the episode. So in order to solve that, even though I love these Behringers, and I have a review of these coming up soon on the channel, she got me some Airstreams. So now I can go wireless, just put the little joints, you know what I mean? And then I can wear whatever kind of hat I want. So thank you for that, sweetie. Appreciate it. I don't know if I'm going to review those, but maybe. And then she got thanks. And then she got me a couple of other things that are just toys. These are the type of things you can't get from many other friends. You feel immature wanting this for your birthday. But she knows that I'm a Rubik's Cube fanatic. And as you can see from my collection behind me. So we've got a couple new things. We got this cube. Now on my birthday show, I talked about this cube, which was made for me custom by a 4th grade, 5th grade student that I have in my school.
Wow.
Where I'm a teacher. So he basically took a rubber Lego and he cut it with like a kid scissor. So he couldn't even get it cut that good, for safety. Like they won't give him the super sharp. He couldn't use like an X-Acto knife. So you can see some of the edges and he probably makes them really way better now. So I think he's like 6th or 7th grade now. And so shout out to Joseph. Thank you. I always keep this gift. I treasure this from my student, Joseph. So thank you. But I think he might have pioneered this and been one of the first people to create a Lego Rubik's Cube. And it's not hard plastic Lego pieces. It's rubber. So, but I don't have any Legos right now. But when he gave it to me in school, we did stick a couple of pieces here. You can put full Lego characters snapped on, or you could just snap on different Lego pieces, and it makes it pretty interesting.
That's dope. That kid's a millionaire. Yeah,
and he's an entrepreneur because he started making them and just using them as gifts. So he's like, "Oh, I'm going to give these as presents to all my friends," and then people wanted them, and they started, buying them off of him. So he's getting, Rubik's cubes, and then adding his touch to it, and then marking it up and then selling it to his friends. So I also teach financial literacy, so I was very proud that he came up with that idea on his own and everything. Now, I did find out that Rubik's Cube and Lego collaborated, and they've made a cube with Lego. But this one that my wife got me is not actually that collaboration. It's a different company. It's called DIY Building Blocks Cube. So they're going to front like it's not a Rubik's Cube because they don't have the licensing for that. But it's dope, and it's made differently. Like the outside of the cube has these white Lego pieces that attach, but then you can snap on the different colors. I don't know if you can see this, if it's coming over well. You can snap on the different colors, and therefore you can mix and match. Like these are glued on with super glue. So this is just how it is. And then you scramble it and you solve it. But with this one, you can do different things. So I haven't opened it. I can't open my gifts because I got to turn the cameras on. You know me, NONZEO. Everything I buy stays in my house a few days until I get all the lights right, and then I unbox it. You know what I mean?
But their version, you could cheat on their version.
Right. It's that you can cheat, but you know what? You can cheat on any version, and you're just lying to yourself if you think you did the Rubik's Cube. If you cheat.
All right. So very true. Very true.
And at this point, I can solve the cube in about 90 seconds, and but I'm slow. Like a really good cuber is under 30 seconds. So it takes longer to pull all the Lego pieces off and re-snap them on.
Yeah, I feel you.
To just solve it. And then the speed cubers are 10 seconds. They're sub 10. They're 10 seconds and under. And the world record's 3.7 seconds solving a whole cube. So it's like, So you guys can look that up on YouTube if you want to see some
Yeah,
fast
I'm gonna have
solves.
to look that up because that seems like that's impossible.
Now, speaking of cheating, I could film myself solving the cube in normal time, and then I could just run it back at 8 speed and look like, but I won't do that. And then she also got me another cool cube. Let me show you this one. This one, she just knew I wanted it because it looks cool, and it's not going to look as cool in the box, unfortunately. But when you take it out of the packaging, it's translucent and shiny. And so as you're doing the cube, it just has a nice look, a nice color to it. Let me see. There's the orange. There's the green. Again, I'm not opening it until I'm ready. This one is official Rubik's official tissue. It says ages 8 and up. So, yeah, that's why I was saying only your wife could get you that. But now I've shared it with all of you, and you know that have the mind of an 8-year-old. And finally, this is the hardest Rubik's Cube I've ever gotten. And this is the last gift I'm going to share. And I'm going to get into these beats. So, you know, I can do the 3x3 cube. I got the 4x4. I've got some odd shaped cubes, which are 2 in one way and then 3 in another. So they kind of, they do some weird stuff. This is a 3x3x2. No, wait. This is a 2x2x3. Got to get that right. You got the pyramids. Yeah, you know, those are actually easy. Not that difficult. You got the 2x2. All right. Okay. And back here, I've got the 4x4, the 5x5, the 6x6, and the 7x7. And yes, I can do all of them. And no, I can't do it quickly. It takes me several days. I work on it for a couple of hours, like the 6x6 or 7x7. I get a certain amount done. I put it down, come back to it another day, get a little more done because there's levels and stages in the strategy. But she got me the ultimate cube that is the absolute most challenging, the 1x1. Drink that in. Got all the colors.
Oh, man.
You can do this.
That is funny, yo.
Okay. Now, I'm going to actually attempt to solve this right now for the first time, fresh out the box. I'm going to give it a little scramble. And that's the scramble. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the solve. There's a video. If you don't catch it when I do it right now, there's a video on how to solve the 1x1 on YouTube. It's really good. You guys can go check it out. That's where I first knew I wanted one. So you have to pick it up in a certain way or it messes up your solve. Hold on. So hold it. And boom, solved. How do you like that? That's a record for me. How long did that take? 0.5?
Oh, less than that.
So, you know, it's a gag gift, but I really wanted one of these. So anyway, shout out to my wife, China. Appreciate all the birthday gifts. Now, wow, a lot of people lighting up the chat. Let's give a few shout outs and then we're going to play the first beat. And I have NONZEO here because he is oftentimes an EOW, the person who makes sure that all the tracks are playing right for the MCs. He engineers, he DJs, he produces. So he's got a good audio sense. Now, I have never attempted to play sound over StreamYard. So today we're going to see if that works. And if I have some difficulties, maybe NONZEO help me out. But let's give some shout outs. China. Oh, you're welcome, sweetie. Thanks. Dave Robinson. I see you there. Peace, man. Damaj and I. Yes. Check out his show. I have a show with Damaj and I 2 episodes ago. So you guys can go check the channel for that. Now let's jump into this first beat. I'm going to attempt to share and I'm going to ask you what you think of it. And then I have a couple of guests that are waiting on the side that are going to come in and give us their opinion too. So I'm going to, I might have to toss you out for a moment.
It's all good. Okay.
Oh, wait, no, I just had to resize my Zoom. Yeah. In order to share again, it's saying I have to stop the share. So boom. Oh, there we go. All right. Share screen. And let's see if this works. And throw it in. Add to stream. Yes, we have it, but it's a little big. Let's but then we'll both be on the screen. Okay. All righty. All right. We'll do it like this. So we're going to start at the top with a beat that is actually the instrumental of a song that I'm going to put out soon. I've shot the video and the video is being edited right now as we speak. So I kind of want to premiere the beat a little bit. I did post an Instagram with this beat playing in the background in the studio, but I really like this beat for theme music. So maybe you guys let me know what you think. Is this good for theme music, or is it just too hip hop, or I don't know. Is there any such thing? There's no such thing as too hip hop. All right, let's see if you hear the sound. Nod your head if you can hear it.
I don't hear it.
It's not playing. All right, I'm gonna try again. Oh, do I have to click that? No. All right, we can see it now. Ah, I know what I did wrong. Let's stop sharing. One more again.
You didn't share the audio, just the screen.
Yes, but actually, no, totally different. I forgot that we're going to have to go to Google Drive to do these shares, because in order to share your sound, they require Google Drive. So add to stream. Here we go. So here's the first track. I'll rewind it a little bit. And now you're hearing it, right?
I am not.
You're not hearing it. Okay. Third time's a charm. Third time's a charm, people. Here we go. Remove that. I'm going to share it again. And this time, I'm going to remember to check off the share audio box. Yay! See, we do a show here about podcasting. It's called The Creators. And that's where we talk about things that go wrong behind the scenes and what equipment you're using and all that. Shout out to my man, Substantial. I see you. I'm going to pull you up in a minute. All right. So now I've clicked share audio. Let's try again. All right. Throw that into the stream. Come on. Let me know if you hear it. You hear nothing.
I don't. Why?
This is terrible.
All right. Hold on. What happens? Screen sharing. Screen share works best.
Yeah. No, I followed all the directions this time. Let's try this. Nope. Well, how does that beat look, guys? You can see it on the screen. Just kidding.
This is crazy because we just had it working.
Yeah, we tested it right before we went live. Unmute and mute screen audio. Okay. Seems like audio should be working. All right, I'm going to pull it out and do it one more time. Stop screen. Share screen. Chrome tab. Share audio. Beats for CYBERSKY. And how about we give it a refresh? Sometimes, that might. All righty.
So you got to hit share audio twice?
No, you share the screen, but with the audio. You're hearing it?
Yep.
Cool. Let that rock for a minute. All right, let me know in the chat what you think of that one. That's the first track. And that track is called Teacher. All right, so what do you think of that one? That one's called Teacher.
I like that beat. I don't know if it's meant for a show though, but I definitely like the beat. I feel that rhythm and etc. So, but I don't know if it's good for theme music.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me bring on another special guest that we have in the green room right now. This man is an MC. He is a graphic artist. He does A&R work for labels. He's in numerous groups, but he has amazing solo content. and he is a producer and has been releasing some slam and instrumental projects as well. So we're gonna bring him in, my man. And one more thing, he does these coaching sessions where he helps artists like us navigate the social media, the Spotify's, the digital world of monetizing and promoting your business. So let's bring him on, ladies and gentlemen. Sub Stizzle.
You.
It's man, Substantial.
Peace, family. What's going on? What's up, Nons? Good to see you.
Yo,
what up, G?
Thanks, man. Thanks. You see what it is? We're trying to pick a beat for this theme music. That was the first one.
Yeah, I feel your pain. We're trying to, the show I got to do later today, we're in the same predicament trying to get the music together.
No doubt. Because I want to make an animated intro like I have for my recorded videos. But I'd use different music every time I do a recorded video. But now I want to make like a theme for this show, CyberSky Podcast. So CyberSky. So shout outs to LOR Blitzkrieg in the place, MCMI.
What
He
up,
said
Blitz?
that one sounds like a show intro. But we'll see, because we got a few more. Shout out to Robinson. He says dope beat, maybe not for the intro. All right. This next one it's a little mellow, it's less hyper, but it's real jazzy and smooth. So maybe this one is a track I did for the artist Cords Cordero. It's called Freedom, How We Get. Cool. Hopefully it plays right away. We don't have to play around here. Nod your head if you hear the audio. Okay, cool. I like this one, but my only thing is maybe it's too laid back, but you guys let me know. This one's called Freedom, so if you want to talk about it in the chat, Freedom. So what do you guys think? Stan, I muted you because there was a lot of air noise in the background, but you can come off mute. Let me know what you think of that track.
Yeah, got you. Yeah, sorry about that. I think it's picking up my computer over here. The fan is going crazy. But yeah, man, I like that. I like that second beat a bit more. So I do have a question for you. So the other show that you are, or the show that you're looking for music for, what's the theme of the show?
It's
this show.
CyberSky.
But what's the theme though?
But great question. So I'll give a little bit of info on that. So basically, the theme of CyberSky videos is welcome to the CyberSky, let's learn something. So it's kind of broad because you could learn about any topic. Echo, hold on, let me turn that down. So still getting echo. So right now we're learning how to do audio for a podcast. But the topics that I tend to speak about will be health and fitness, Rubik's Cubes, of course, technology. So I have a lot of technology unboxings and reviews. Now, some of them are just tech that I like a smartwatch, or any kind of new technology that comes out, some speakers. If you see over my shoulder, I'm going to do an episode about that tape deck in the corner. That's it looks like the old school type of boombox, but it's actually a Bluetooth speaker, and you can record from Bluetooth to cassette, from cassette to SD card, and throw it in your computer. It transfers back and forth. It's great. So things like that are just fun and interesting, but then also technology that helps teachers and students during the pandemic doing the remote learning. So sometimes I'll talk a little bit about the different softwares you can use, like Zoom versus Google Meet versus Microsoft Teams. And I might have on some guests who are educators who will tell us how they've managed to turn their once in-person after-school program or even daytime teaching into, using the technology into remote learning and hybrid learning. So those are a few of my topics. And one more that I'm going to throw in there is martial arts. Everyone knows me that I've been into martial arts since I was 5 years old. And I've studied, all my life. In fact, I've had the same teacher since I was about 10 until now. And I still work to improve my martial arts. I'm not a master or anything. I'm a student, but I'm a lifelong student. I will always do this. I love martial arts. So those are just some of the things that the show is about. We don't get into politics. We don't get into, things that TMZ would be talking about with celebrities. We're not into that. And the real heavy music episodes, if I'm going to interview you substantial as a hip hop artist, and we're going to talk all about your rap career, that's going to be on the MCMI report. So don't forget to subscribe to that. So basically that's the CYBERSKY. So I am going to go to another track. Maybe that's not as.
I was going to say, I feel like, just off the strength of the name, right? Like, when I hear Sky, you know what I mean? And when I hear that beat, the airy feel of it, the space that it has and all of that, like, it's a dope vibe. And it's one of those things where it's not too like harsh or like whatever. It's just kind of a vibe, you know what I mean? Like kind of sets the mood, so to speak, or whatever. So, that's my 2 cents on it, but yeah.
All right, so I'm putting in the comments, name the tracks that you like, or if you think they should or shouldn't be used. So the first one was called Teacher, and the second one was called Freedom. Well, yeah, I feel you were talking about freedom right now, right? Nunzio, you concur? I see you.
Yeah, I like it. The one thing I would ask is, because when I hear that, I hear somebody also singing like CYBERSKY, and it doesn't have to be elaborate, but actually putting the title into there, I see how it would fit. And if you get a person with the right voice, you'd be like, yo, I love this intro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Nice. And I know a few singers, so maybe we can make that happen. Nice. All right. So let's mix it up a little bit. Well, this one is called just Beat 63. All right, GMS Beat 63. And I wrote, there's a sound in the beat, and I called it, that's the name of the beat. So WAHWAOO. Let me know what you think of it. Welcome to the CYBERSKY. Let's learn something. I don't know. See how it sounds with that. And let me check something with the audio. Right now, you can still hear the beat, right? Now, does it change when I do this? Did the beat change? No. Okay, cool. So I can adjust my studio sound and it won't change what you guys are hearing. That's good. And I'm playing it longer than it would. It's really going to be like a 10 or 12 second snippet at the beginning of the video, But what do you guys think of that one? Is it CB or is it?
I feel like that's your intro and the other one's your outro.
Wow.
Which says to talk over. Luca says yes, exactly, for situations like that. Okay. I got you. All right.
Because I heard that and I was like, yeah, that sounds like an intro. Yeah. But using the other one as the outro, that's dope.
Yeah. Keep in mind that I curated this list. I mean, I already didn't bring beats that I knew like that's not an intro. I said these could be theme music, and then I got a bunch of those. So that's it. Robinson's Theory says this is it. Dopeness. Okay. All right. I'm glad you're feeling the tracks. Anyway, whichever ones do not become the theme music will end up becoming a song in the future, or I might just make a song out of the theme music anyway. So this one is called Beat 64 Awesome. GMS Awesome. It's kind of commercial, so I thought it might make good theme music. You hear it? Be right back. I need a prop. I'm not really playing, y'all. It's just a unplugged in MIDI controller, but pause that. Thoughts, comments? Wow, LR Blitzkrieg, you like all of them. He's like, that's good theme music right there. Awesome. But the last one was dope. And then the one before that was it. All right. So we're going to need to eliminate some of these, or towards the end of the show, like the ones you guys might want to take notes, right? Teacher, freedom, awesome. And then later you can be like, nah. Out of all of those, this one. Stan, I didn't hear much from you. That one wasn't really your bag.
Nah, it's
turn up your mic a little. I can't hear you.
Got you. My bad. I turned it down.
There we go.
Yeah. So it's a solid beat. I don't know if I hear it for the show per se. I can hear it as a song definitely, but it doesn't strike me as like intro music for the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Cool. To me, it sounds more like if you were going to a different segment in the show, that could be like used for that.
Right. Okay. All right, this one I call LA Kings is beat 65. I call it LA Kings because when I made it, I didn't set out to make a West Coast sounding beat, but I was just playing around with the sounds. And then I was like, that kind of sounds West Coast. So I called it LA Kings. Let's see if it's something that could be a theme for the show. Is it loud enough? All right.
Shout out to Blitz being a hater in the comments.
He says teacher and so far teacher and awesome. Beat 63. That's his joints. All right.
Right.
Now I have some
that ain't
tracks
all he said, right?
You're not going to repeat that. Word. By the way, shout out to the Plague. You know, it's my brother LR Blitzkrieg, Plague, Substantial Plague, NONZEO, Friends of the Plague. All right. But all right. I'm scrolling down. Okay, so this one I don't even know if I'm ever going to use this as a song. I just liked it just as theme music, and so let's see if you agree with me, or you think it's whack for theme music, or you think I definitely should spit over this and come out with it. But here you go. It's called GMS Beat 80 Intensity. Intensity. I don't know. This part could take it or leave it because the intro will be over by the time we get to it. You know what I mean? But really the first part is what I was thinking for the intro. I think there's one more part though. Let's see. All right.
So, have you figured out what the animation is going to be at the beginning?
No, I haven't, but I love animation. I've done animations for all of my pre-recorded videos. If you go watch the videos on the channel, you'll see like I always have these crazy intros. And yeah, I don't know. My mind is open. I'm just going to create and see what happens. You got a suggestion for me?
No, I was because it would help with choosing the beat too, to know exactly what you're going to put into the animation.
That's true.
It's kind of up tempo. So if you were putting a lot of footage in, that would make sense. If you're doing it, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So if you're doing a lot of chops and pieces, then that beat is perfect. But if you're going to do something that's like a whole like animation that just runs straight through, then the other ones I feel are better. I'm still on Freedom and Beat 63. I like Substantial's idea with the Freedom being the outro, but I still need that voice on it. But if you're gonna do shots in the intro, then yeah, this one I think would do it.
Well, here's something that's interesting. I'm actually gonna let the beat dictate the animation, because that's how I made most of those. Like, I chose the beat first and I just put it under my video, and then when I finish the video, I go back and make the animation. So where the tempo of the beat or where a certain sound comes in is where I change the moves in the animation.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it defines the rhythm of the animation. So I'm going to start with the beat. Lucas says that's good. All right, cool. So we have we're going to be joined by another special guest, another hip hop artist, spoken word artist. Maybe I'm giving it away with that one. He does a lot of extra things with his free time. He even has an X podcast. Well, we'll just bring him on, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely, MCMI fam's coming on. The MARXMAN. If you guys have not heard of the MARXMAN, check out his music and check out his podcast. Tell him the name of your podcast so I don't get it wrong.
It's entitled X Marks the Black Podcast. So
let's take a break from beats and let's let everybody shout out their content platform real quick and where people can find it. MARXMAN, tell them a little bit about what your podcast is about and how do they subscribe, because it's audio, it's not on YouTube, right?
Yes, correct. It's audio. So you can get it on all major platforms, Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio. You can just go to themarksman.com and you'll see the new episodes up. And I'm just breaking down nerdy culture and all the stuff that we like from mainstream culture that gears to our nerdy side, the comic book stuff. I break it down and then we just kind of give that black viewpoint. So it's pretty solid. Ending the first season now, so I could really do video next season. So I'm happy to be here with y'all. What's up, y'all?
Dope. Glad to have you here. Substantial, tell them about your show. You have a show tonight, right? It's on Sunday.
Yeah. I have two different podcasts. One is off right now. One's taking a break until next month. But the one that's going on right now is with two of my oldest friends. Shout out to my brother Sherm and my man Jay Cash. That show is called 3 the Odd Way. It's like I said, two of my oldest friends, we've known each other since elementary school. My barb, it's funny, it's 3 different topics, every episode, usually kind of focused on, my boy Sherm leads the music discussion. Most people kind of expect me to be the one talking about music because of my background, but he is actually the person who typically recommends music to me because I'm always creating it, so I'm not always actively looking for new music because I'm busy creating. So so he leads the music discussion. My boy Cash is like the sports head, where he could tell you everything happening from MMA to NFL to NBA. If they got a bunch of letters, he know. And so and then me, I've always been like heavy into film and TV and different things like that. The dude just got way too much information about a show that you kind of liked, but you just didn't really care enough to look more into it. So I'm that guy all the time. And so yeah, man, it's really dope. And then of course we use our intro to kind of like if something currently is going on in the world that needs to be addressed. So we kind of talk about a little bit of everything, but it's usually around those. So again, that's 3 the Odd Way. My other, and that's it's video and audio. You can catch us on YouTube and all the other podcast platforms. And the show that's about to come back, you can check the first season right now. It's called Artistry. That's the podcast I do with my wife, Rochelle. Shout out to her. And basically, we talk about the tagline is where art meets industry. So it's not spelled artistry the traditional way, but more like art and industry combined. And and we just interview various creatives. So we only interview full-time creatives, we spend like an hour just talking about their journey, like how they got to that point, what influences from when they were young, and different decisions they made from education all the way through their professional journey. And some of the folks have been we talked to the senior game audio person for Tencent, which is largest gaming company in the world. And
Wow.
so, you know, shout out to Mason Lieberman. He was one of our guests. Verbal from the J-pop group M-Flow, who's a longtime homie, who did music on Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. And he's like super charting like artist in Japan. So he's been on the show. Funky DL, legendary pioneering MC from the UK, who's literally his only job ever has been to be a rapper. You know what I mean? So like since he was 17, so his journey and the different years that he's been in the industry and watching the metamorphosis of the whole game is dope. So that's man, it's a lot.
You got a lot. And I thought you're not doing Substantial Sundays anymore.
Nah, so we retired.
That's where you retired.
Yeah,
now?
so we retired Substantial Sundays. That turned into 3 the Odd Way because I was doing it with my two homies. Yeah. But that ran up until December of this year. It started back in October of 2016. So it was around for a minute. Yeah. But yeah, we retired that joint and just it's the same show, just a different name. You know what I mean?
No doubt. Yo, but it sounds like not only do they learn about the person and their journey is interesting, but you can get gems if you're an artist doing this.
That's the whole
whatever
point
kind of
that
creative
show.
you are, And I know that you also give workshops and seminars, live and virtual, that people sign up for. Me and my wife signed up for it, and we learned a lot of things from that. So.
Yeah, we're doing one Friday with Pratt Institute. We're doing something for their students on Friday.
I got excited. I was like, "Oh, you're gonna be in Brooklyn?" And I was like,
"Oh no, bro, we ain't going nowhere.
He's gonna be on Zoom or something,
Right? He ain't going. Look, I
do you
didn't know
use,
if we
Zoom?
could curse, but my first response was way different. I'm like, no, we ain't going nowhere, man. Listen, man, I was supposed to be like heading to Haiti a couple weeks. For this other stuff I'm doing, but like, bro, like, listen, ain't nothing happening, man. Like, I did this live performance thing, and even that was just social distance, full effect, stiff arm, like, bam, stay over there, cuz.
You can still hear from over there, you know what I mean? Yeah, sound travels.
Yeah, we ain't playing no games, man.
But so everyone check out those shows. And NONZEO, you have so many shows, you can't talk about them all, but tell them about the whole network and platform and how it works and how they can go and look at the calendar to see all the different, shows that they have.
The best way to go about it is to go to eodub.com, eodub.com.
You can type it in the chat.
Yeah, we have EO's, we call it EO Zoom. We basically using the Zoom platform to basically run a network, basically. So, there's a lot of shows, different stuff to choose from. Beat Challenge for producers. I also have a show where I just play beats on Saturday night at 10 o'clock. We're not doing that for another 2 weeks, though, for the next season. But people hit me like they like it. It's like their nightcap for the evening. And as an MC, it's very good if you want to just write something. So that, and of course, tonight, the open mic, which is open to everyone. And we do it at 9 o'clock every Sunday. I will say this, that next week we're doing an in-house MC challenge, and I will be in that MC challenge because we're doing it in the virtual.
You're in it.
Yeah, I'm in it.
Who's the judges, though? I mean, hey, because you've been a judge and you've done sound for it. Now you're in the challenge.
I declare myself the winner. Right.
Pre-selected.
Right.
So in it is myself, Dominoes, Baxter Wordsworth,
so that
and Angel, right? And we have Ox also in it, right?
So for those that don't know, everyone he just mentioned put on these events. So it's the whole staff. So it's everybody in the organization. So there's no fix in because they all could fix it for themselves. They're all part of it. So it's going to be a real competition. Yeah. All right.
And the judges are Vanguard, Verb, and Souls, who's a producer. And the reason that happened is because of Vice. So Vice is also known as VVS. And I was like, yo, it'd be dope if the judges for VVS. And it happened in 1 minute. Wow. After I said it, we had Vanguard, Verbs, and Souls as the judges.
So, cool. So any MCs in listening, or if you just want to hear beats, or if you're a producer, or you just want to be entertained and watch this competition. The MC challenge that EOW does is it's not a rap battle with people dissing each other and telling mother jokes and all that. It's basically a competition. They got a freestyle over beats. They got to do beat juggling with a DJ changes the beat while you're rapping, fast, slow, medium, different types of beats, genres. They've got a grab bag where you have to pull items out of the bag, not knowing what it is. You pull it out. I don't know if it's a box or a bag, but you pull it out and you're like, yeah, and you're freestyling. You start talking about items.
In the virtual world, it's a lot different. It's just
right?
with different ones just pop up while you're rhyming.
Right. And then they got the acapella verse where you can just put your best foot forward. It could be written, whatever, just spit a verse. You could write it for the competition or pull it off a song, doesn't matter. And then you have one, I think one round is everyone does like a song, like a beat.
Yeah, the first round. Yeah, it's up to you. You can rock with the DJ with a written verse, or you can actually pull out a song. Up to you. But
this is important because these are skills that an MC or a hip hop artist have. You know, it's not about just coming up with the clever punchlines and jokes. Some people are good with that, but how is your songwriting? How is your beat selection? You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to pull in, while we're talking about hip hop, I'm going to pull in someone right off the chat, my co-label owner, MCMI Records, and 1/3 of Hydra and co-founder of The Plague. He knows a lot about hip hop. Ladies and gentlemen, LR Blitzkrieg. I see you walking around.
I ain't walking nowhere.
If you bust your ass, I'm gonna laugh, bro.
Gotta make them bigger on the screen. Okay, there we
What's
go.
up, y'all? I'm from
Hey, what's up, Blitz?
from the streets of Brooklyn. It's cold as man out here.
All right. It's a clean show. It's a clean show. Listen, let's get into some beats, unless something you wanted to say real quick, because that's why you wanted to jump on, Blitz. So you just want to listen to the next track.
I'm doing like 35 miles an hour out here.
Where are you coming from? Are you in Brooklyn or are you in DC? Huh? Oh, yeah.
I got a job.
They might see you on the podcast and be like, hey, you were supposed to be working. Oh, you seem like you're on your bike.
Yes.
He's
I'm
horrible.
35 in these streets.
Yes.
Either that or he's the smoothest runner ever.
Right? He's running with a camera stabilizer.
He's moonwalking out there.
Right. It's like a Spike Lee flick right now.
Spike Lee.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, that was just a quick pop in. So let's get back to these beats. For those who just tuned in, this is the CYBERSKY podcast. And this week, I have some friends with me and a bunch of friends are in the chat. And we're trying to choose what the theme music will be from the show moving forward. So I have a few more to play. This next one is called Genesis, right? I called it Beat Genesis, GMS Beat Genesis 1.
Hey,
Let's see if I can get it playing. Yeah.
Just so you know, after this one, I actually got to get ready to get out of here so I can get set up. But
For your show, right?
Yeah. But yeah, go ahead, keep rocking. Joints are dope so far, son.
No doubt. So here's Genesis. Let's see. All right. I saw heads nodding, so you're feeling the beat, but and it has that exciting energy, right? Maybe that could be the theme. Intro music. What do you think?
I like this one.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. In the time frame that you're talking, it builds up enough that you could just dead it and it's right to the show, and I think it's great. It's appropriate.
Yeah. The elements that you got in it too, like because of the whole cyber part of the name, you know what I mean, and the whole digital feel of it.
Okay.
You know,
it does have the modern sounds. Yeah.
Yeah, and I can envision some like really dope chops or whatever, like some dope movement in the animation that you do as well to that music. You know.
That's a good beat to speak over as well. I know sometimes when you have it playing before you start speaking, then you have it kind of stripped down and leak while you're speaking for a few seconds. That's a good beat to kind of have in the background for that. So I definitely vote for this one.
Okay. Nuns?
Yeah, I vote for this one right now. I still want freedom as the outro, though.
This could be the one. Let me bring Blitz back in here. I don't know why he dropped off, but let me bring him back in. Blitz create.
He's gonna
Yeah.
hurt himself.
What you feeling about that one? Because everybody seemed like that one got the most response so far.
Yeah. It works for me. I like it.
That's cool. All right, cool. Don't crash your bike. All
Just a
right. Well,
loss.
so Substantial, we're gonna say peace to you and thanks for dropping in the show. What
Hey.
time is your upcoming podcast?
It's starting tonight at 7. We start getting situated in about an hour, but I gotta get some family time in before I disappear for hours.
Shout out to the
You know
family.
what I mean?
Tell everyone where they can tune into that podcast later on this evening.
Yeah, it's 3 the Odd Way. You can catch it on YouTube. You just type in 3 the Odd Way, the number 3, and we'll pop up. And make
Nice.
sure you subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. And we should be launching our Patreon within the next 2 weeks to keep it, keep the funding going and all that good stuff y'all want to support. But yeah, man, appreciate you, brothers. Good
No
seeing
doubt.
you. Hey, man, great seeing y'all.
Yeah,
Thanks,
real
man.
for
Good
real.
to see you too, man.
Great seeing y'all. I did want to ask Nuns real quick. Did y'all have the Breeze Brewing already feature?
That's
or is
tonight. That's tonight. Yeah,
Hey, man.
Bro
Please.
is he got some stuff too.
Yeah.
And tomorrow night we're doing Vice's album, the EP, The Crown that we created. They're gonna play it tomorrow night as a listening session.
Nice,
Wow,
got to
man.
come to that. And that's on EO Zoom. That's on
Yeah, you'll see it.
eodub.com, right?
If you're on Instagram and got any of us, we're all blasting it. So you're definitely gonna see it.
That's
Cool.
dope, man. Well, salute to y'all, man. Definitely send the crew my love, man. Hopefully,
No
I
doubt.
get up with y'all soon.
Yes, I hope so, man. Definitely gonna be reaching out to you because we got stuff.
Yeah, we definitely gotta keep building it.
Promotion
Hey,
and all of that.
yeah, for sure. Hey, and Mark, hey, man, look, you listen. You know what I'm saying? You know I'm down to talk about some nerdy whatever. You know what
No
I'm saying?
doubt.
Like, you know what I mean? So,
We could do some
comics, all
streaming
that.
joint, bro. If you want to do a streaming joint, we could do some WandaVision catch up or
Hey.
something. If
Yeah,
you wanna
man,
do something
we
like
could-
that.
Yes. 'Cause episode 4 was nuts.
You know what I'm saying? You, me, Blitz, whoever. We could honestly do that this week. Real talk. We could do that.
I'm with it.
I'm down. I've been
with
watching it.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
All right,
man.
so peace, Stan.
So
But we're going to
what's
keep
up?
on going. Great to have him, though. But the three of us are going to now, and maybe Blitz might want to come back in. So let me know. Just go like this if you want to join the stream. If you can't, that's cool. He's like riding his bike. I've never seen that, a guy on a bike in a podcast just pop in. That was
Yeah,
cool.
I think it started snowing too. So he's
It looked like it was
Yeah.
snowing.
Yeah, it's a snow day tomorrow. If anyone's listening live right now, it's Sunday night. Tomorrow, all schools are closed. And my school was shut down anyway, like a 24-hour, because they had found a couple of cases of COVID. And every time that happens, the whole school doesn't come in and they clean the buildings and all that. For the in-person students, we have some students that come in person, like the elementary kids right now. The middle school and high schools, they were remote anyway. So a snow day, and I was going to talk about this on another episode, but a snow day doesn't really mean anything anymore. Because if it's snowing, you're already home and you're doing work on the computer. So it doesn't make a difference. But yeah, Damajanai says it's snowing right now. Don't forget to check out Damajanai's shows. He's got a show called Spell Broken. And the other show is called The Dark Circle. Is that tomorrow? Put it in the chat, Damajanai. I'm sorry, I keep saying circle. It's Dark Council. The Dark Council. It's a C. And that's definitely a Star Wars related podcast. Bunch of people in there. It says check my messenger. I can't go on the phone while I'm hosting a show. I'm not nice like that, like you, man. I can multitask, you know what I mean? But I wanted to play some beats that are not mine. I'm gonna, since that last one got you guys like, it sounds like that last one might be it.
Mm-hmm.
Out of all the ones you heard so far, is that what you say the winner is from those beats?
I mean, keep in mind, I came in a little late, and then keep in mind the dopest beat came after I came on. So just keep that in mind.
Okay. Well, I played Teacher. You've heard that joint before, a song that I'm making called Teacher, right? I played Freedom with me and Cords Cordero. And then I played 2 or 3 others, and everyone liked them, but that one, everyone got, yeah, that's intro.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
stands out.
Shout out to Tata. See you again. Yeah. Remote learning is cool. So I'm going to play some beats that I listened to from other people that I liked. So this one is called Bingo Latino. I just like the track, the show's not in Spanish, but it's cool. See if you guys are And it's the Cybersky Show. That sounds like a radio show intro, but I don't know if it's podcasty. It's more like
nah. It sounds great, but I really feel like it should be in Spanish if you play that. You know what I mean?
I'm going to need some recipes for Conquito once I hear this intro. It's dope though.
Yeah, it really is.
So yeah,
because the horns, like it ends perfectly. It's one of those, like it fits. But like I said, you're gonna really mislead people because I would definitely expect somebody to come on and be like, "Hola, ¿cómo estás?" You know what I mean, etc.
Yeah, definitely. Don't forget, Dark Council comes on Tuesdays. That's on Demajanai's channel. He's in the chat right now. So if you're listening, just look at how he spells the name, DMAJINI. That's his YouTube. And yeah, Dark Council show on Tuesdays. What time, sir? You didn't put the time in there. Let everyone know. So this next one is called Cologne 1983. I don't know why the producer named that, but let's check it out. More clubby, more dancing. I know the house heads are feeling that. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear that sound. It has the sky sound in it, so you know what I mean. It's good, but it doesn't beat the other one.
So let's use that as a criteria now. So as we play each one, if one comes along that just knocks that one out, then that's it. And if nothing can beat that one, then we have a winner. All right, that one's called Cologne. If you want to talk about it in the chat, Tata says nice. Robinson says about the Latin beat. It's super cool, but it's not my style. So I feel you on that. All right, this one is called Dream Wide. Let's see if you're feeling it. And I chose it because of that technology. It's a little Dilla-esque. It's very old school, but I like it. That one's kind of crazy. Right?
I like this one. I don't think it's as I still think the other one remains supreme, but the something about the sounds in the intro was very Cybersky. Extremely
kind of grabbed your attention, right?
It definitely did. And I could definitely see that layered over images. I could definitely see that layered over images. What do you think, Nance?
Yeah, I agree with him, but it doesn't knock out the first one. But now I feel like that one could replace the outro one that we were talking about if you were going to use two different ones.
Okay, I'm going to have to rewind because you're not saying the name of that beat. Which one was the one you liked?
Freedom.
Freedom for outro.
Right.
So like the up-tempo excitement could be in the beginning and then the smooth jazz at the end. Okay, cool. But that one is cool for an outro as well, maybe.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's what I mean. Like, are you doing like credits at the end, or yeah? So to me, this beat and the last beat would make a better outro than Freedom. But Genesis, I believe, is that beat that we've been talking about as an intro. Should stay an intro. It just seems to fit.
No doubt. All right, there's only a couple more. Let me see. How about this one called Edison? I think it has some technology sounds in it. That's why I grabbed it. Animation. Perfect. Cybersky.
It's good, but it's not appropriate.
It's not appropriate. What do you mean by that?
Me for intro or outro.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant
Nah, it
inappropriate.
seems
Like, what's
more like a
inappropriate?
song
There's
than,
no words.
intro or outro.
Mm,
Not like,
I got
you know, not appropriate for this certain thing.
Okay, so we'll just knock that one out pretty quick. Rhythm changes. Oh, robots. I got one called Rhythm Changes, one called Robot City. Which one you want to hear next? Rhythm Changes or Robot City? What's that?
If Robot City lives up to the name, then that one.
Okay. And Rhythm Changes is jazz. So we'll try this Robot City one, and I'll show you guys the jazzy one. Another thing I do on the show is I put up, not on the show, but I have these other live streams that I do, which is me playing jazz and my father playing jazz. So that's also part of the channel. So I might use the jazz one for that reason. But this is Robot City. Check it out. It's like a drum and bass. Kind of funky, right? Oh, it's got some little keys at the end.
That's dope. It was Nintendo at the end.
That's kind of fire, dude.
That's fire. I could see that for maybe like a lot of your marketing materials. Like, you know, if you're having like Instagram posts or something that is kind of used for marketing, I could definitely see that. You know, I like the beats that we kind of have for those purposes.
Okay.
And then I love this for like, you know, if I'll open an email or you look on Instagram and see 30 seconds of whatever you're doing with that in the back, I think that's a dope, like, what is this podcast about?
No doubt. So for those who are listening, if you like some of these beats, well, the first half before Substantial jetted out, those are all my beats. So hit me up if you want to talk about production. And these tracks are in the YouTube free audio library, which means they're free. You can use them on a YouTube video. Can't do anything else with them. Don't put out an album. Don't put them on Vimeo or IG or whatever. They're free to use on YouTube. The producers have given the licensing up. Like anyone who wants to use these can use them. So that's like Dream Wide, the Bango Latino one, Cologne, Edison, and that last one called Robot City. I'm going to play this next one because I like that we're going into different genres. I wanted you guys to hear some stuff that wasn't all, you know, hip hop or dance related. So check this one out. It's called Rhythm Changes. Snap. All right, that's enough. That's enough. Okay.
So, yeah, I don't. The use that I would fill that for was if you had more than one person on your show for an episode, and it's like at the end when you're exiting that person, you could talk to them like, "Yeah, we're gonna leave that," and then you could go into the next person.
You mean like when Substantial just left? I could have played that as he
exactly. You know what I mean? A little lower in the background, but not dominating. But like it sets kind of like a mood. Like we're thankful to have you here, and I can hear the hand claps and everything. Like
Robinson says, game show vibe. Nice. So Blitz is back. He's in the crib. Let's bring him back on the show. Hey, surprise, you're live on the CYBERSKY podcast.
I don't agree with nothing they just said.
So what's your opinion, sir?
Let's talk about it.
My opinion is don't use that beat.
Okay.
What, the jazz one? It's not even a beat. It's just some jazz.
That can be as PC as you want. How corny? How on the corny spectrum? How corny are we trying to get with this podcast?
That's hilarious.
Right.
Because that one there, nah, it's not.
It did have a sitcom kind of vibe to it.
Not it, bro.
All right, cool.
Hey, I brought a lot of different types of beats so you could compare them. You know, if some of them are not quite as good as, let's say, my beats that I showcased earlier, that's just a coincidence. But anyway, let's go to this next one. We're almost done. We got 2 more beats, and then we're going to kind of pick one maybe for the intro, one for the outro. Or if you can't decide between 2, or we'll just pick one, and then I got to get to animating. So this next one is called Sugar. This is from the YouTube free library. So if you guys search those names on YouTube, it'll come up if you are interested in these beats as well. Blitz will tell us the corny meter in a minute. Kind of reminds me of the hamster song. Technology. So that one, you know, I could hear that on Marquise Brownlee podcast, like intro.
There's a lot of like tech podcasts that I've seen, or not even podcasts, but like, you know, like YouTube videos, right, where I could hear something like that for sure, playing in the background as they're telling you about this new, you know, device or phone or technology. And he, you know, the guy's talking about it, and then, you know, he stops talking for a minute, and you're still seeing the device. And so I could see that one being used for something like that for sure.
So I'm gonna make note of that, because I have several of those videos in editing right now, and I didn't put the music yet. Maybe I'll use that track for something. Yeah. But
G, if you were to contort your voice to sound like a machine and go Cybersky in the back, that shit would be fuego. I'm sorry.
They are trying to corner the market on podcasts. Don't listen to them. They are trying to win.
Right? They're like, if people don't like G's podcast, they're going to listen to mine more.
It's like, what time you coming on?
You're stupid.
At 5 o'clock. I come on at 6 o'clock. No.
Yo, so I got one more track I'm gonna rock, and then we'll call it a show. Even though I had some more of my beats, but I think that one that stood out to you, you know, I'm gonna end on a strong note for my beats. But this is one more from the YouTube library. It's called Trapped. Check it out, Trapped. And actually, I use this for my Rubik's Cube videos. I love this track, but I don't know if it's a podcast intro. So I like that one because it like puts you in a mood. And later on in the track, there's some guitar solos too. It's pretty dope track. That one's called Trapped. I use it on my history of Rubik's Cubes part 1 and 2. Yeah. Oh, all right. I'll get to that. So yeah. So, but you know, I thought maybe I'll bring it back for the podcast. But what do you guys think?
I don't think for the podcast.
Are we talking about for the intro still for your like
intro, outro, either one?
I think for you, G, what you need to figure out is what kind of energy are you going to have on this podcast,
right?
And that will kind of dictate the music, right? I don't feel like the energy for that song, if you're going to have any type of energy, like, you know, like it's very mellow. It's kind of laid back, and I think you might want to have something that has a little bit more energy into it. That's going to make people feel like, oh, you know, CyberSky's coming on. I just took a shot of coffee. Like now I'm ready to watch CyberSky. You know, like that's my opinion.
It's valid. It's valid. It's very hypnotic and mellow.
Yeah.
All right. Any other comments on that one?
Honestly, I'll be surprised if you play a beat that would be better than the 2 that we have already. And I don't mean any offense.
Let's revisit those. Let's revisit those. So the 2, they were both my tracks. So let's go back to that folder. GMS beats for CyberSky. So you liked for the intro. Do you remember the name of it? Is it Genesis? Genesis. Okay.
Yep.
Let me just play it again. Make sure that's the one. Hold on. Oh man. Okay. It's not. The internet's struggling to play it now. It says there was a problem playing this audio file. Y'all don't believe me? I'll show you. Look.
Now I believe you.
It doesn't want me to play it.
Download it again. That's all.
Yeah. Or upload it again, rather.
Yeah. There you go.
Quick download, quick upload. And the one for the outro that you wanted was what? Freedom?
Mm-hmm.
Was that the outro one that y'all said?
That was the outro
one
one.
of them. I said you should possibly switch it. But yeah, you can play those two.
Okay, I'm going to see if that one plays. Oh, they're both not playing now. I think it's the bandwidth that we're using to run the show. It's I'm going to hit refresh, see if that helps. Let's go to... Looks like it's loading. All right. So between these two, here's Freedom. This will be an outro, like as the credits roll, and please subscribe and comments and the shout outs and all that stuff at the end, right? What you guys think in the chat? Damajanai, Tata, Robinson, China, who else is in the chat? Imagination. Luca. So this is an outro. Okay. Feel that. All right. And then the other one, let's try it again. I think it might work now since that one worked. Genesis. Intro. Excitement. This week on CYBERSKY. No. Everybody's moving to this one. What you guys think in the chat, man? All the guests say it's this one. Hey, what up, Julian? Thanks for coming through. All right. So for the audience that's here, we have a winner. But this is what I'm going to do. Robinson says, yep, that's the intro. Damajanai is the intro. Everybody's saying that. So for us listening today on the live and everyone in the chat and everyone in the studio, that's the clear winner, Genesis. And we have Freedom as a possible outro if I don't want to go out with the same music at the end. But what I think I'll do.
You named it Genesis. It's the beginning of the show.
Well, there you go. And I made that beat like a year ago. I didn't even know we had a show.
And then you have Freedom for the ending because you're free to go do whatever you want.
Freedom. Free from this podcast. I can stop listening finally.
No, it just makes sense. Wow.
So, G, I'll tell you one thing though. I'm a fan, and it may be an unpopular opinion, which is cool, but I'm a fan of having the same song in the intro and outro. Just because I like,
be fine with me.
I like having that familiarity, like that beat. Yeah, that's the beat that had me in the beginning. Like that's just my personal kind of like.
Cut
That is
his
what I
mic
was
up.
thinking of.
His mic cut his. No, I'm just kidding. No, I feel you. I could go either way with it. For sure.
Cool. So I'm going to end off the show with one more gift because my wife popped in a little while ago. She was like, hey, you didn't tell them about the slippers. She also bought me these really dope slippers.
China.
Hold on, let me go full screen so everyone can see. Yeah. So they're soft inside and they're super warm. They got the rubber grip so I don't slip. And they got the heel. I don't like slippers. Tell me about if you guys do, but I don't like when they just go like that at the end and they don't have a heel. I know you can just slide into them easily, but it's annoying to me. They flip flop.
I don't wear them flip floppy things.
Yeah. Quick poll.
That's dope.
No flip flop.
Excellent for today's weather.
It depends. That one looks pretty insulated.
Yeah. So everyone out there, stay warm, especially if you're in New York right now. It's cold. And everyone stay safe. Keep that social distancing. We will be back next week, 4 p.m. on Sunday. I want to thank all my guests, and I want them to give their handles. NONZEO, you're the only one that doesn't have your Instagram up. You got your name.
Oh, yeah. That is my Instagram, though.
Okay, great. So we got at NONZEO.
Yeah.
Right? You see it at the Marxman, at LR_Blitzkrieg. Of course, follow me at CyberSky Videos and my personal and my hip hop Instagram at GMS_MCMI. Shout out to MCMI Report. They just popped in, so you definitely choose one of your own beats. Those that don't know, that's a label that Blitzkrieg and myself and Wild Child and Chords and Marxman's down the labels. A lot of artists that we're going to be pushing forward. So definitely, if you haven't subscribed today yet, hit that subscribe button and then move over a little bit and click like on this side, right? I'm wrong side. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell so that you're notified when we upload a new video, because in between the Sunday podcast, I also will be putting up tutorials, jazz, Rubik's Cube, technology unboxings, and everything like that. So tune in for that. You don't want to miss it. Like I said before, welcome to the Cyber Sky. Let's learn something. Hope you did learn something this week, but more importantly, you helped me to choose my theme music. So I thank everyone out there, and I thank my 4 guests as well as Substantial, who's checked out, but he was here earlier. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
And yeah, we will be continuing. Tune in next week to find out what the animation looks like. I'll be working on it all week. All right.
Nice.
Have a great one, everyone. Stay blessed.
Gentlemen.
Peace.
We'll go out with the theme music now, since we got it.
Word.
Let's put it on.
Come on, G.
Is it playing?
No, I did that. It did that. That
same thing,
I was ready to turn up, man. I was ready to turn up.
I blame Google for this.
I could play the Sixers album.
I can put the intro music to my podcast.
Marxman's like, as a matter of fact, now we're in my podcast on your channel. So today's topic. One more try. If it doesn't work, then we're just going to be. Oh, there we go.
Boom.
Everybody rock out to it. Damaj and I, boomer moment. Hi, Vita. The winner.